All right. Well, series is very boring. Um, it's kind of like the most boring part of the entire run, to be honest. It's just something that you do. You can kind of do it second nature after you've been running for a little while, and it's something that usually takes about the same amount of time, unless you kind of screw up and get really messed up by RNG. But usually it's pretty consistent, and it's just kind of run through, do Ridley, run back, then leave.
Uh, what you're gonna see if you're unfamiliar with Super Metroid is that Ridley on Cirrus Station is a bit different to Ridley in the game. She has technically no health, and so you can't kill her. Although, if you fire 100 shots at her without dropping your health below 30 HP, she'll leave anyway. But what you're gonna see here is they take their health down as fast as possible below 30, so that triggers Ridley to leave and starts the emergency sequence. Do you have any information on the seat numbers? I haven't pulled that up yet.
What group are they Phantom? No.
Wow, 4319 and 4375. That was a really close series.
Kanzeon is 39 and Odir is 55.
Alright. That makes, I guess, for a pretty interesting race.
Yeah, they're kind of close match.
Yeah, so maybe we get lucky and get a bit of a back and forth here.
I can't stop laughing at that image on Odir's stream. And the snail gif on his splits.
Are we actually in sync, or are we too fast?
One of my streams is actually frozen at the moment. I don't really know.
I mean, I have both on sync here. Do you have a time for us, Fiesel? Yeah, barely. You sound
you're really
a bit
quiet.
far away. Oh, that's much better. Oh, perfect. All right. I'm actually fine. I'm a bit behind, but that's okay, I think.
I actually had to reopen mine. Can you give that again?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like 3 seconds behind or something. Yeah, he mentioned he had problems with his connection lately. Let's hope he doesn't drop out completely. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, we're seeing both runners going through the usual normal standard part of every SM category here. Kanzeon going through the climb. Doesn't look like any one of the two runners have huge problems progressing towards the first mini-boss, Bomb Torizo.
Yeah, that was actually a really good opening segment for both of them.
Yeah.
No huge mistakes, at least.
So they're gonna be fighting against Bomb Torizo very shortly. Bomb Torizo has 800 HP, and the fastest way to kill him is to shoot him 5 times with normal shots, and then fire a missile barrage of 4 missiles, and then 3 missiles. Or is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
4 and 3. Why we do that? It's because if Bomb Torizo drops below 100 health, let's say he has 100 and you shoot him once with your pea shooter, so that's 20 damage, his head will explode, which is a little bit of a short animation that costs around 1 second. And since we want to frame every save, we don't want that to happen. So Odir got it, and Kanzeon got it as well. Both
The BT
really
fight.
nice fights, yeah.
The famed Evil Ripper. Getting in
Yeah.
the way.
Odir easily progressing Alcatraz, and so is Kanzeon.
I don't think that Ripper gets enough fame for being as annoying as it is.
He is super annoying. Especially if you want to go really fast about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I have a really dry throat. I'll be right back.
So I guess this is a good time to talk about some route differences. Looks like they're both going to be doing old route because they're taking the damage from the space pirates. Normally you would kill the space pirates to save some health because you'd be doing Fantoon first in the newer route. So that leads me to believe that they're both doing old route. And within old route itself, there are also a couple of route differences that you might see. I can go over a couple of them real quick. Kraid Tank is one thing. I'm pretty sure both of them will probably get Kraid Tank. It's not that big of a time loss, but it's really worth it. So there's Kraid Tank. There's Early Ice, where you get ice during your first Norfair visit instead of your second one. And that's actually a little bit slower, but it's more helpful for people who have trouble with wall jumps and can't really do the red tower. And then they could also like just grab a bunch of random missile packs and stuff that they wouldn't really need. And then the last thing is early Spazer, or Spazer in general. Usually you would skip Spazer, but if you want to get that, then you can get that as a safety kind of thing.
Alright, I'm back. Did you introduce the route a bit, or?
Yeah, I was just going over some route differences that you might see within old route itself. So like these kind of things.
Pretty sure no one of those two guys is going a new route.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know if either of them is going to be getting early ice? That's kind of a big thing.
I actually believe that Odir is going to get early ice, so
yeah, OST is saying
probably
he might get Spazer.
yeah. So Typo is saying he won't. Well,
I guess we'll just see. It's like 10 seconds away.
I mean, if you get early ice, you could as well get Spazer, I think. But
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting early ice, you probably don't care about the time loss. Like the minor ones, like I don't know, when you're kind of like newish to running, a minor time loss to you is like 30 seconds, you know. But then once you get really into it, a minor time loss is like 5 seconds, and like 10 seconds is like, oh my gosh, 10 whole seconds, you know. It's like as you get closer and closer, you start like skimping out more and more all the time.
yeah, I made the experience with a lot of new runners that they think skipping items is nice to save time, which in general is true, but actually the biggest time saves come from movement overall.
Yeah,
You can even have really bad boss fights if you have a really tight and consistent movement. It doesn't really matter if you skip an item or not, because that is, if we're looking at times between the sub-hour and 55-minute mark, that's, in my opinion at least, neglectable. So
yeah. That's why a lot of people don't really believe in practice. They kind of just think, just keep doing runs, and that'll improve your movement, and then overall you'll get better and better as time goes on.
Which in some cases is true.
Yeah, I mean, look at Edu.
Even
He hasn't. He
yeah,
looked.
exactly. Even if we hate to admit it, but
I mean, he's really
we
good.
have
You have to
those
admit it.
runners.
Just in general,
Yeah.
it's like natural talent.
So let's see if we get to see 2 quick kills out of this race while both runners approach Crate, our first main boss of the Golden Four.
Kanzeon's going to be doing the charge shot method, or the
Yeah.
4 supers method at least.
I actually think Oh Dear might as well.
All right, he got it.
Nice. Nice quick kill.
Oh, dang.
A little bit too high. He's probably not happy with that. Let's see
Yeah,
if he knows how to fight Crate.
that wouldn't have been so bad if he hadn't shot that last super. Like after you miss one, it's kind of best to just like not really shoot a bunch.
Yeah, that's true. So the thing with quick kill is Crate has 1000 HP. So there are 2 methods. You can either shoot 2 missiles and basically stun locking his mouth when it opens a bit, and then follow up with 3 more supers. So the first missile actually triggers his mouth, the second one stuns him, dealing damage, 100 that is, and then 3 more supers dealing 900, totaling 1000 HP. Or you do a charge shot, which also trigger his mouth, and then follow up with 4 supers. That might seem as overkill, because that's 1200 damage, but gets the job done as well. The timing is a bit different, and it's approximately 2 seconds slower. I'm personally a fan of the charge method.
2 things to note about Kraid, just like kind of in general. A lot of people don't really know this, but you actually don't have to shoot him in the face to make his mouth open. You can actually just shoot him anywhere that isn't his claw. So, like if his claw is covering his face, you can just angle down and shoot him in the stomach, and he'll open up his mouth. And the other thing is,
yeah.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I just want to say there was a bit of a clutch moment. Odir was close to having really bad health, and sadly he got health bombed because he dropped under 30 HP.
Yeah, his health got really low.
Bosses give you only health, which we call health bombs, so he has to farm here. Alright, that's...
The other thing about Crate that I wanted to mention was, this doesn't really apply to any percent, but I think it's kind of interesting, because you were going over the stun lock and all that. You can actually skip his second phase where he stands up. Like, with the normal method, when you do the trigger, you know, you shoot the missile into him, and then you shoot him with the first super that stun locks him, and that'll tell him, yo, go into your second phase. So then he's kind of in second phase mode already, and then you shoot him with the other supers and he just dies. But if you have something like Plasma Beam, like if you're doing RBO, and you shoot him with a missile, and then you plasma shot him, which that does 900 damage, so that's the 1000 that'll kill him. After shooting that first missile, it doesn't trigger his second phase, and after the plasma shot, his second phase gets triggered. So he'll have 0 health, but go into his second phase, and then
that's interesting. Yeah, because I actually I played around with that while doing practice, and I was wondering why that is. Why he's below? Why he's having 0 health and not dying. I was thinking that the game says that was too much damage at once, but thanks for explaining that. Today I learned.
Yeah, that's something that you see a lot of people mention when they're doing RBO. Like if someone's on a really good pace, you'll see a lot of people when they're getting the Kraid, the chat just starts blowing up like, "Yo, don't soft lock a Kraid and everything." That was during Stray's 108 run where he like, what was that, like a world record by like 3 minutes or something. It was like multiple minutes that he world recorded by. Everyone was like blowing up with that. It was funny.
But is it really a soft lock, or is it just you have to jump up and then shoot at him again? To basically,
it can be a soft lock.
trigger-
He'll go up and he'll open his mouth once, and if he closes his mouth, he won't open it again. I actually have never done it. I just know a
Uh-huh.
lot about it. So I don't know the exact technicalities of what it looks like and everything. I just know how it works. You can try it though if you want to see how it works.
I'll definitely play around with that. Uh, so of course missing that quick heal cost Odir a lot of time. As we can see, Kanzeon is already heading towards wave, while Odir just left the high jump boots room, enabling him to jump higher and higher. He also missed that little enemy in the high jump boot room, which is a bit of a time loss because you have to wait for him to come down again. But overall, everything is open. You guys, I don't know if who saw the four-way race yesterday. I had to watch the VOD because as a European that was super late. But that was a crazy four-way race, and that should show that anything is possible, especially in this close matchup. It'll come down to the boss fights probably, and how both guys deal with it. Good Fantuna RNG maybe. We get to that later. So while both, hey, high-fiving there in Bubble Mountain. Kanzeon is on a really good pace. Looking at his splits, he was plus 10 seconds at Wave Beam. That's really good. We had like I think three race PBs so far.
Yeah, Abortion Shark was gonna PB, but then
Oh yeah,
like
that was that was tragic. That was a little upset moment there.
yeah, that whole race was an upset.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't believe it when I watched it today. All the stuff that happened, consoles failing, emulators failing,
Yeah,
every
and actually,
boss taking
um,
a casualty.
Edu messaged me on Discord about this later. I actually my Nester J emulator crashed. I was playing Castlevania on stream and it just like froze for no reason. So then Edu messaged me. He's like, "All right, so your thing crashed," and then he was listing all the things that happened in that run as well. And he's like, "What a crazy night for video games."
Yes, yes. Uh, maybe we have to look at the history books if something special happened on that date regarding video games.
Yeah, the
Past, I
video game
don't
gods
know.
are angry.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's debatable anyway, the direction modern video games are going today, so. But we have it good, right? We can enjoy 2D games here, so.
Everyone in chat is laughing about the snail. Jay was like, "What the fuck is that? A snail?"
Whoop. Okay.
EOD, you can kill him with ice wave plasma. You just need to do it properly. I explained it all in like detail. Basically, what happens is that does so much damage to where it skips Kraid's second phase entirely. So when you do normal quick kill, it triggers the phase and then you kill him. But with that, it does so much damage that it just skips it entirely, and Kraid just completely breaks. That's the short
Which
version.
which basically looks like he's not giving a about
Oh,
what you just did to him and just racing anyway. So both runners got Cray Tank. Uh, Not surprising, we see that a lot in this tournament. Not surprising in the circumstances. You want to finish, you don't want to die to Fantoon, and you also want to do one or two sparks here. So it's
oh, the
definitely
diagonal spark.
a good decision. That is disappointing. I would be okay with a group spark, but
Can you still call that a goop spark? I mean, it was the wrong way.
no, that's not a good spark. That's why I say it's disappointing a bit. Like,
Oh,
why
okay.
would you diagonal spark there? Upwards is totally fine.
Well, he uses R instead of up to horizontal spark. That's why.
That's probably the reason, yeah. To break out of spin. Actually, I don't know if it was intentional, but he bonked his head there before the wreck chip. which is actually a strat to preserve some health.
I'd say it was intentional.
Yeah,
It looked really intentional. He jumped super high.
and I also think Kanzeon knows enough about the game to be aware of that strat.
Yeah.
Oh dear, going towards Red Tower, going through Red Tower. You don't want to fall here. Never.
I find it interesting that Oh Dear isn't that far. Like he's behind, but he's not that far behind considering that like his Kraid fight was really like.
So Fantoon, would you go over Fantoon?
Sure. So there's a special move called an SBA, which stands for Special Beam Attack, and basically the way to do that is to charge his charge shot while having Power Bomb selected, and then 1 second after the charge shot is fully charged, these particles will spawn around you, and the goal here is to get them all to connect with Fantoon. The short version of it, at least. That was looking pretty good, and then he messed up that one.
He got a mid pattern and then a slow. All in all, Fantoon has 12 patterns in the first and then the second round together. All other rounds after that consist of the same patterns.
That was a nice backup from Kanzeon.
Yeah, good finish. Oh dear had a bit of a trouble in Red Tower. It took him a few, well, basically the whole Fantoon fight of Kanzeon to get up there, but he made it safely. And he also farmed on to full health, which I like that. That's really good. It's a smart decision.
Yeah, after the other race, I wouldn't like after the other day. Yeah.
Nom nom nom. So you could say he took the wild card.
Hey, look, Kanzeon's ahead now for the splits.
Yep. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. He might get a PB here. I also know for a fact that Odir hasn't been playing Super Metroid a lot lately. He was mainly focused with Super Mario Land 2. So, to be honest, what I'm seeing here is pretty good for the rust he had to shake off.
Yeah, I mean he's not doing bad. He just had the one flop at Kraid.
And honestly, that I mean, Kraid quick kill happens to all of us. It's not something that is, you know, that's just to the mid-tier runners, the thing of the mid-tier runners. Like, it's just I mean, I reset if I fail the quick kill.
I mean, I said this before in one of the other streams, and I'm gonna say it again. I was in a Zeus stream one time, and this was like at the point where he like had world record, and he had had it for a while, and he was like, you know, he's good. And I was in his stream, and Goop Spark.
Oh,
and he missed the quick kill, and so I like gave him shit about it for the next like couple weeks because I'm just a jerk like that. But like, so yeah, even people who
wow,
like have world
okay,
record
that's 3 times now, dear. Please, spark normal now. Thank you. That was a triple Goop Spark. We haven't had that yet so far. Also, by the way,
3 times? No, he only did it twice.
No, it was three Goop Sparks, I think.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh baby, a triple, exactly.
He also did the short spark.
Yeah, but I think that was unintentional. I think he didn't plan for it. But I don't know. I don't want to be judgmental here. I should maybe shed some light on why we call it Goop Spark. It's, if I recall correct, I had a like a phase when running Super Metroid, I think it was last year, where I simply couldn't do the sparks normally in the direction I wanted. Like in every run, I constantly Goop Sparked, and if you saw my race, yesterday, I even do it to this date from time to time. I don't know. I up sparked so many times since I speedrun this that someone came up with that term, and I decided to make it an emote. So that's why it's called Goop Spark.
The image on Odir's stream just fits perfectly around Fantoon. Also, during the intro cutscene, Zebes was there, and it was perfectly covering the head of that creature. Oh, nice X Factor from Oh Dear.
Yeah, very nice. What was that? It was a mid, right?
That was a
Right.
slow. Oh, good thing you
Oh,
didn't
okay.
get it fast
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. He's not ready for that.
Yep.
Looks like he doesn't really know the second round patterns. He's kind of messing up a lot. He's like doing the first round patterns twice.
yeah. But
Got this.
let's see.
Oh,
Come
almost.
on, barely. Oh.
He's got 4,500 health left. So, a super right now would do it. Charge shot, 3 missiles, whatever. He's probably gonna do another X Factor just cause. Or nope, never mind.
Nope. He's probably. There we go.
One
Nice.
overkill super. He only had 100.
If you miss an X Factor or not all particles hit, it's mostly wise to not use your last power bomb. Since
I
you
usually
never
have 0
know if
power bombs.
yeah, see, it's a bit. I mean, he got enough drops there, but
Well, I've started
I
doing the first round X
second
Factor
round,
and second round Doppler.
second round Doppler. Okay, that makes sense. So, well, since you mentioned it anyway, why don't you explain the Dopplering Phantoon?
Wait, hold on. Did I say 4,500 Mia? I meant 450. My bad. Doppler Phantoon. Okay, so it's like a mini stun lock, kind of like, you know, the Kraid stun lock. It's kind of like a Phantoon mini version of that, where every time he gets hit by a missile, he kind of has like a small period of stun lock, sort of. It's a very short period of time, and so if you walk towards him while shooting missiles, and the reason it's missiles is because you can fire them the fastest out of any other like weapon. So the goal here is to get them off, to get them hitting him really fast. So you shoot a missile, and then you walk towards him so that you shoot another missile, and you keep doing that as you're walking towards him, and what that ends up getting is kind of like a train of missiles that all connect right after each other. So the way Phantoon sees that is just by one. He sees that as one like projectile, I guess you could say. Whereas in reality, it's multiple projectiles just hitting very close.
Oh, you're doing it again. And again. I mean, that's also a way to kill the enemies in Attic. Oh, was that a 1-round Platoon? I missed that.
No, it was a 2-round. It was good though still.
Kanzeon's still looking really, really good here. On a really good pace. Let's see how his Dragon fight works and goes. Exactly, typo. Goop Spark Extravaganza.
At the end of the whole
Deciding
tournament,
to
we
show
should.
more. Yeah.
At the end of the tournament, we should make a compilation of every single Goop Spark.
Oh, that would be that I would like that actually. That would be funny.
That would take a million years though, with 191 races in total.
Well, I mean,
towards the end, I guess they would
hey, I
start
might
dying
do
down because
that.
you'd have really good
I might
runners.
do that. Ooh, getting the Huffy, nice.
Oh, deer
Oh,
cannot
dear.
get grabbed by the Kanzeon.
Bumped
Actually,
himself out of the hand again.
that reminds me of something from my first playthrough as a casual. I came into this room and I immediately knew, oh, I got a ball in this dude's hand. Like, just because I was so intelligent and I'm awesome. So I ball in his hand, and he just doesn't grab me. So I'm like, oh, I guess that's not what I'm supposed to do. So I'm running around trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, all right, well, the door is locked. What the hell do I do? And I shit you not, I spent like 2 whole days trying to figure out what to do. And I was like, all right, screw this. And I looked it up, and I was like, that doesn't count as me looking it up because I tried it and it didn't work.
Because you're that intelligent, right?
Yeah, man, I'm that intelligent.
Yeah, that has been a discussion a long time now. How intuitive. Oh well, I'll keep quiet for a moment while we see Kanzeon fighting Dragon here. Going for the spark method. I'm gonna explain that in a moment, I think.
I always feel so salty when I have to resort to ammo.
Yeah, it's a bit slower. What you guys might, what some of you might not know is if you morph in Dragon's room and morph into a ball, Dragon can't hit you while you morph on the ground.
That's
So
only when she's swooping. If she's going, she can.
yeah. Sorry, that's I was gonna say yeah. When she's swooping. She should be close to her finish. That's too bad. He got the slow fight now, because his time was looking really good. Now he's a bit behind. So let's see
It's
how
only a little bit behind.
how these short charges are then when he finally gets the Dragon. So far we don't have seen any safety saves. Is that right?
I believe so. So, do you want to go over the Dragon, or should I?
No, go ahead. You're
Yeah,
fast
so
at that.
the interesting thing about Dragon, as opposed to all other bosses, is that she can be damaged by Shine Sparks, whereas I think almost every single other boss and mini boss can't. So we kind of abuse that to our advantage so as not to waste a bunch of ammo. But the thing about that is that kind of wastes a lot of health. But that's not really too big of a deal because you've got gravity and you had just gotten Bot Woony Tang, so you're kind of good there. But the interesting thing about that is Dragon has a property at her death where Samus gets force stand because the reason being is because you can grapple kill her, like with the electric turrets, and so the game doesn't want you to be stuck floating there in grapple, but like you're still in your being grabbed animation. So if that makes any sense. So the game automatically puts you into the standing position so that after she dies when you're grappling, you fall down because you can't stand in midair. So that's abused with the Shine Sparks so that when you kill her with Shine Spark, you get Force Stand out of Shine Spark mode, and that gives you something we call Blue Suit. And Blue Suit is basically just your speed counter is always set to 4. 4 meaning that you have the blue echoes. And what we do with that is we just I'm not sure if anyone got the halfie or the full halfie, but you can do the reverse of that Shine Spark across that room again, and it saves a good bit of time, especially in New Route.
Yeah, we can point that out once Odir gets to Colosseum again. While he's doing Bot Wound, missing the X Factor, not hitting him completely, and wasting 2 supers. So how the Bot Wound fight works is Bot Wound has 4 opening patterns. He always comes out of the left top hole and giving 4 different patterns. So what you want to do is hit him with an X Factor as soon as he pops out of that hole, hitting all 4 particles on his head, and then finishing him off with 6 supers. Because Butt Wound is an instance where a super missile doesn't do 300 but 600 damage.
That's not true.
Not? Okay.
Yeah, he does 300 to Butt Wound. Butt Wound has 3,000 health.
Okay. Wait.
Gosh, dude, you gotta get your facts straight.
12, 6, 3, 18, 12. Okay, yeah, sorry. Should have done the math. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get confused with which enemies get double damage from super missiles. So I leave the boss facts now to Metric. Kanzeon picked up the coolest beam in the game, Plasma.
I just like to note real quick.
Damage.
I just like to note real quick that when I said that to you, I like how you like went there and did math in your head. You're like, I don't know what you were saying, but you're like, and you're like counting it up.
Well, I mean, a successful X Factor is 1200 damage because every particle does 300, and since he has 3000 HP, that needs another 1800, and 6 times 300 is 1800. So yeah.
I just do it like the X Factor is 4 particles, do super missile damage, and then you have to do 6 afterwards. That's 10 in total. 3000.
Well, I guess you are smart, Matrick.
Yeah, man. Remember I said I'm the most
I know
intelligent person ever.
I already know I'm going to get shit from the others that I'm blowing up, honey. You're behind.
I agree with you, OST. Spazer is coolest beam. Aside from grapple beam, of course.
Well, some people say space-time beam is the coolest beam, so
Space time beam is too broken. It's like why X-ray isn't my favorite item. It's too broken.
Okay. By the way, you mentioned Dragon. There's a kill for Dragon that involves grappling one of the electric turrets. Grapple beam is basically the Indiana Jones whip of Samus.
Oh, I thought it was like the stripper whip of Samus.
Oh, come on. That's not as classy.
I forgot. Gotta give Samus one of those Indiana Jones hats.
Well, she wears one, it's just the modern version of it.
What, the X-ray visor?
Yeah, I mean, she is a bit of a cowboy in that regard, you know? I mean, she's wearing a very manly suit.
Because she's a man.
I guess. She's a man?
Yeah,
That
man.
would be an insane plot twist.
Well, there was actually a huge discussion about Samus being transgender. She was based off of a lot of, she was based off a lot of normal women that weren't transgender, and that's how they quote unquote proved that she wasn't transgender. But like people were saying like, oh, Samus is definitely transgender.
Let me guess, that that discussion it happened in 2015, earliest.
Oh, did it? Oh, you're saying because transgender wasn't really a thing.
Well, but yeah, because it's at the moment that's really popular topic. So.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Nice strats from Kanzeon here. The freezing of the space pirates and stuff. Safe strats are always approved.
Yep, definitely worst room in the game. Although we might have to rename that room.
Dude, worst room in the game by far is Golden 4 room. You gotta sit there and you don't do anything.
I think Bubble Mountain is the worst room in the game.
Oh, come on. Bubble Mountain isn't even hard.
Ooh, that was unfortunate, that Goop Spark. I wish... By the way, I don't wish anyone Goop Sparks where it's not necessary. Okay, so Dragon was close
I can go
to
over
dying
another
anyway.
interesting boss fact if you want.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so you saw there, Oh Dear was shooting Dragon, and he was crouched while he was shooting her, and he got the force stand that I mentioned before. But then he kept shooting her, and she was still taking damage, even though she was at 0 health. Well, she was still getting hit by them at least. And that has to do it's kind of like Phantoon Doppler. If you keep doing stuff to Dragon's person that updates her sprite, so to speak. I'm not sure if I'm like doing this technicalities justice, but I'm just trying to explain it the best of my ability. So if you keep her sprite being updated as in the boss state while she's dead, you can actually have her still be technically, to her, she's still alive while she's in the ground after she's fallen and everything from that animation. And what you can do with that is you can actually just run into her while she's on the ground. You still get hit by her, and then she updates and does the dying animation again. And ED has a whole video about this. I can. It's kind of interesting actually. But yeah, so you can do that with missiles. You can keep doppling her while she's dying, and you'll see her belly keeps going back to the unexploded form, and then it'll explode again after a couple seconds. But if you shoot her again, it'll go back to unexploded and so on. So it'll reset the sprite sort of.
Oh, that was interesting. I didn't know that. I also have a fun fact about Dragon. If you kill Dragon, if your last shot happens to be a charge shot, and that charge shot hits Dragon while Dragon is still outside of the screen, triggering her death animation, it'll take approximately 19 minutes for Dragon to appear actually on your screen, and emerging into the ground, getting carried away by her little babies. What exactly happens there, Metric? You might.
Okay, so you kill Dragon and her like positioning. I'm kind of gonna butcher this a little bit because I'm trying to kind of put it into like when I read things that are really technical that like ED and people say, I kind of put it into metric terms where it's kind of like lay people sort of terms where it's like people who don't be super intelligent and know all that terminology. So basically, her positioning is kind of you can imagine a box that's her room basically, and when she's on the right side of that room, she's like it kind of loops back around, so to speak, and she's on the left side again. So when she's on that right side of the room, she goes, "Oh, I got to go to the left to get to the center of the room," because she always takes the shortest path to the center. So that if you kill on the right side, she goes to the center going left instead of going to the right to the center. So when she's on the right side of the room, she's gonna go, "Oh, got to go to the center," and the closest way to get to the center is to go to the right, but it's actually to the left where she needs to go. So then she goes all the way around. The game kind of loops. If you've played Super Mario 64, you know about parallel universes and stuff. This is the kind of the same idea. They're like room copies. So she'll go all the way around, and she'll loop back around, and it takes a really long time for her to get all the way to the figurative center of the room.
So you could say she's traveling all across the whole map of Super Metroid until she finally reaches that point again of her room where she
Yeah,
then
like the copies of that room that she's traveling across.
Yep.
I think I did that justice. Edie, correct me if I'm wrong.
So we saw a nice kill by Kanzeon killing Ridley. I was worried he would take more hits there, but actually he counted his shots. Ridley has 18,000 HP, and a charged ice wave plasma shot does 900 damage. Ooh, falling down there. He got out of it. Does 900 damage. So you need to shoot Ridley 20 times. That's why we usually count the shots. Because with Ridley, it's a bit different regarding her death. She can be at 0 health, but basically refuse to die at that point and still trying to hit you and swoop at you and grab you. And after a random value that is set beforehand, she'll die by herself, or rather the death animation will be started. Or what you can also do, if you get the 20 shots in and you're pretty sure, you see her trying to grab Samus and doing a little swoop animation towards Samus. So you want to morph into a ball on the ground and just get grabbed, and that also starts the death animation. And I know I didn't word that correctly in technical terms, but yeah.
So I found a link for the video now that I was referring to a while ago about the Dragon, like resetting her death animation, that thing. So I'm gonna post that in the chat, but I just want to note, I said that I would get Edie's video. Well, I couldn't find his video, so I got Super Metroid FTP's video, which uses the same thingy. There it is.
Also, a little update on since we know what Kanzeon's pace is. He was nearly 40 seconds behind at Ridley E-Tank, which might seem bad regarding that he was ahead of the splits, but in light of a tournament race and at the moment nearly 250 people watching this, it's actually a really good pace, being not that far behind his PB, just 40 seconds. That is really good. Oh dear, oh dear. What are you gonna do now? Those blocks to the right of him are speed blocks, so he needs to get enough speed. In that case, where you can see it now, the blue echoes, that'll enable him to pass through the speed blocks. He could also shine spark through there. There are different methods to go. He also took the lower route. Do you know why? Have you seen why he opted? Did he miss the ice escape, or?
Yeah, he missed the. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I intentionally opt to take the lower route because I'm just that awesome.
Well, a lot of people don't know that the lower route to Lower Norfair from ice is actually the faster route. If
That's
you
what
do
I
it
always
correct.
said to people. Like, I hadn't proven it or anything. I wasn't positive about it, but like I couldn't see that route possibly being slower. So I
It's
was telling
it's
people it's got to be faster, and like everyone's like,
it's
okay, Patrick.
I'm not 100% sure about the seconds, but I think someone telling me a while ago that it's between 6 or 7 seconds faster actually.
I feel like I
Um,
remember Fuzda saying 2 seconds a little while ago, but that
or
could be
maybe,
me just making up
yeah, well,
numbers.
then maybe 2 seconds, but uh, most of us, or at least I, don't choose to go because it's from a technical or strat standpoint a bit more difficult to do it optimally. But if you're very far ahead of your PV and you're lacking a lot of HP before low and warfare, it's actually wise to go the low route and take that energy refill. Doesn't take too much time, and you'll basically be very, very good prepared to go through low and warfare.
Desi says that it's 1.5 seconds faster, and everyone who's in chat is gonna say we can read chat metric, but I like to note those things anyway.
All
For
right,
people who
one
are
and a
watching
half.
VODs and stuff.
Maybe it's time we time that again to have that. Well, we started that spreadsheet
Oh, what?
anyway, so
You don't trust Desi? Desi, he doesn't trust you.
I trust Desi. But he's saying he measured it ages ago, so, and he even puts it in caps if he recalls correct. So
No,
anyway,
that's because those are it's an abbreviation, dude, or an acronym, not an abbreviation. What am I saying?
Kanzeon saved 10 seconds in the segment between Ridley E-Tank and Golden 4. He actually opted to also grab the Ridley E-Tank. I'm pretty sure Oh Dear will do that as well. He even saved that low and warfare elevator, I think, and he's going to save again, so that makes 3 safety saves for Oh Dear. I haven't seen Kanzeon save yet. Maybe he's taken a save before Mother Brain, or right now. We're gonna find out soon. 5 tanks being a, a good way to go through the game. Maybe a
What did
bit,
he get? Kraid and Ridley?
yeah, maybe a bit super safe, but well, like I said, under these circumstances, you don't want to die. You don't want to. You don't want to look stupid.
I'd say 5 is about
So
optimal for like if you're doing like a race kind of thing, and you want to be safe. You know,
I
like going
think
a little overboard and getting 6 is that's kind of overboard in
maybe
my opinion because it takes so long.
I think I went 5 as well in my first race on Saturday. I'm not sure actually.
Little
I
spoiler here, I'm gonna be doing new route in my run later tonight.
Ooh, okay. Then guys, definitely don't miss this. Metric doing new route. That will be very interesting. Good luck to you on that
I've been practicing, and
adventure.
since I'm up against the person who has the lowest seed in my group, so I figured I would do it, or the highest seed rather, and so I would do it now and get it out of the way, because I do want to do at least one new route run in this tournament.
I see. Well, good luck with Fantune, especially.
He's not my issue. It's Ridley that's my problem, which doesn't make any sense considering I fucking beat Kona Challenge Ridley once.
Yeah. Well,
I'm such a weird person. That
uh,
Metroid skip, he's floating in the air. Beautiful. If my Metroid skip ever fails, that's how I want it to fail.
I think I'm a bit behind actually. What's your time? Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay. I was. Okay. All right. Get that fixed again. Thanks, Fiesel. Very good fight out of Odir here. Barely losing any HP. That
Yeah,
was
that was
very
nice.
impressive. Also opting for the E-Tank. And like I said, Kanzeon is taking the safety save before Mother Brain. I can understand that. Mother Brain can be really torturing with all her different damage material she throws at you. The people of you who've seen the four-way race already know the analogy of the different damage sources Mother Brain has, that being French fries, onion rings. What are bombs called? I keep forgetting that.
Hamburgers?
Nah, something like
The power bombs are the cheeseburgers.
I can't. Does our chat know what the bombs are called? So we have onion rings,
Meatballs.
So
that doesn't fit well though, because it's not fast food. It has to be like falafel balls or something.
and her most powerful beam, or rather, there it is, the ketchup.
This is a nice fight from Kanzeon up until he missed multiple times, but she was already dead anyway.
That is
Keon
because
was giving ODD a lot of trouble there.
Yeah, he has to watch his health now.
I think he's getting Firefly tank.
Everything in lower Norfair does 50 damage. No, he doesn't.
That's not true. Dude, the boulders do like fucking 10.
Okay. Every enemy in lower Norfair does 50 damage.
Actually, I'm gonna correct myself on that because I'm really not sure about that. I'm gonna check the page.
Yeah, well, you did it, so you did that.
Yeah, they
page.
do.
By the way,
yeah, they do 10.
Can you link to the main? Can you put the link to the main page of the wiki into the chat, maybe? For people who are interested in strats and more detail about damages, stuff about Super Metroid, our wiki page provides a really lot of insight on that. Well, you're making it safely through the Musketeers, the three key hunters that are basically the gatekeepers out of Lower Norfair.
Of course that's possible, Cephalon. You just have to get really lucky and she throws bombs and onion rings, because she can do other attacks while she's in her catch-up phase. A lot of people think she can only do... okay, I keep saying a lot of people when I really mean just me at one point in my life. At one time, I thought that that she could only do catch-up during the catch-up, and then I got, like, onion ringed and meatballed, and I was just like, wow, I hate this game. So yeah, she can do whatever attack she wants once she's in her catch-up phase. But she has a lot higher chance of doing catch-up.
I didn't explain why it's fast food and ketchup and stuff, because normally at this point of the run you're already kind of exhausted, 50 minutes depending on your time into the run, and getting hungry.
Is that why?
Well, that's what Stray Vera said yesterday. I didn't know it.
That's kind of funny because it's fast food. It's like,
yeah.
Oh wow!
It makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways.
I thought it was just like a little joke that Zosti came up one time. He was like, "Oh, there's some ketchup or something funny," you know, and then everyone like brought it to an extreme, like everyone usually does or something.
I mean, it probably started like that. Someone calling it, like, you know, naming it in a stupid way, and then someone else said, "Hey, that's actually funny," and so it started. And I think our names and all the stuff we use in Super Metroid.
I'd just like to note at this point, about like 75% of the chatting between me and Goop during this run was not even about the run. Just throwing that out there.
Well,
if about like bosses the whole time.
If you guys, if some of you guys, or sorry, girls, are absolutely new and this is the first time you see a Super Metroid run, just ask in chat. All the people there that are in the community will gladly help you and get information to you and explain stuff to you. I mean, we will have a lot more races going, and I think we won't explain it every time how the strats work and how bosses are, etc., etc. So please, please be kind. Help out the people who are in need of answers.
All right, so there's Kanzeon finishing up.
Nice.
Congrats to him.
With 54.32. Being 51 seconds behind his PB, that is really respectable.
Yeah, that
Really
was
nice
a good
run.
run from him. You'll get out of my chat group.
Wait, hey, I started that race. You came after me. Come on. So now we have Odir also going towards Turian, heading towards the final stage and then the final fight of Super Metroid.
All right, here's the number one question. What's it called in like that one? The $1 million question. All right, here's the $1 million question, guys. Why does the Deer Force, the way we write it, why does it have the capitalization that it has? If you know it, Goop, don't spoil it.
Oh well.
Do you know it though?
No. I don't know. I don't know it. And to be honest, I started just putting in DF because this space, lowercase, uppercase thing was
Yeah,
a
it's
bit annoying. Got annoying. I think we even have an emote for that to shorten it. Isn't there in Zosi's channel an emote for that?
Maybe. Botwoman has a DF command, and my bot has a DF command.
I see. I think yeah, I think Stravarus or some of the one of the mods has to load up Botwoon in the chat because of oh dear.
Okay.
Way too early.
Wait, did anyone answer that? Because let's see. Okay, so
There it
far,
is.
so
There's the Deer Force.
Dragon,
emote.
Ridley, Fantoon, and Craig.
Well,
That's actually
Crocomire.
really-
I mean, Fantoon. I like that.
Why is that so funny to me?
What is the reason? Yeah, dude, I want to know as well. I think no one knows actually. Everyone.
Yo,
just...
come on, no one uses D&D enough, man.
Yeah, it's
on there.
all like bandwagon shit, you know? Everyone's like, oh, they're doing that, so I do it too. I mean, hey, I'm guilty as well, so.
There you go,
Is
guys.
that the
There you
reason?
go.
No, come on, explain it like with your own words now. I don't want to read that.
All right, fine. The capitalization of the phrase evolved over time in MSDS's Twitch channel. That's it. That's all we know about it.
That's very anticlimactic, dude. I mean, well, there you have it, guys. Everything is a meme.
Dogs, ring, fries, and cat stuff.
Gets a. I like the boss explanation.
No, that's not the correct answer. That is not the correct answer, Dr. Amamine. Isn't that a something on the periodic table, Amamine?
Well,
Sounds
there
like it
is
should
a
be on the
reason
periodic
now.
table.
I mean, there is a reason. It became a tradition. It
Yeah, because
evolved out
MSDS
of.
channel.
Exactly. Someone
I've
came
heard
up
some
with
stuff
it.
about what was it? It's like the lowercase letters spell Eeyore. You know the guy from Winnie the Pooh.
No, I don't.
You don't know who Eeyore is?
From what? From Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, dude, Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin.
I mean, I know Winnie the Pooh, but I haven't watched that when I was a kid. I had a tragic
There's the donkey, it's
childhood.
Eeyore.
I only watched MacGyver.
Okay, well, anyway, that was some speculation that the lowercase letters spelled Eeyore. And then there was something else about like the capital letters. It was like DRFC, had something to do with something. I can't remember exactly anymore. People were talking about it like a while ago somewhere. I can't remember anymore.
Dr. FC?
No,
I don't know.
actually, you might have something there. Doctor Far Cry. Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4. No.
Half-Life 3 confirmed. Exactly, Emma. Who cares? I mean, we do care.
Nah, I honestly don't care.
You don't?
Oh, there we go, Dr. Famicom.
Dr. Famicom. Oh my god, ED has it. That's the thing.
God, why is ED so awesome and smart at knowing
Yeah,
everything?
popping out of nowhere with that beautiful explanation. And
He
Cherry
can just
Point.
decipher anything.
Are you sober, Cherry Point, right now? I mean, actually, that was a stupid explanation for me because, I mean, I love MacGyver. That was not the tragic part about it, because apparently I've missed Winnie the
Nice Zeb
Pooh.
skip. That's right, I interrupted you.
No problem. In general, Odir having a really solid Turian.
I mean, his whole run was pretty good, except for the boss fights, to be honest. Like, the boss fights were just... The bosses were mean to him. That's basically it. That's
Well, the thing
Super
is,
Metroid.
I have to tell something here. Odir doesn't have a game saver or a flash card to practice, but he's playing on console, so his practice basically is always from save station to save station.
Dude, that's
Uh,
nothing. Chronic never used a game saver. He never had one.
I'm just saying, it's
No,
not
that's
not
impressive.
necessarily the most optimal way to practice Metroid speedruns. And yeah, that is my opinion. Or you're getting lucky there with the bomb hit, giving him invulnerability frames through the catch-up. Got job. The sober point.
Alright, let's try and actually talk about the run, since we haven't really done that at all.
uh, you mean the
We're at the
upcoming
boring part now,
stuff?
then. Huh?
You mean the upcoming stuff, or?
No, I mean, like, the run that we're watching. We barely
Okay,
talked about them at all.
true.
Alright, so, Metroid just ate Mother Brain. Pretty cool stuff. Or wait, here, let me try and do it the Anaconda way. Um, hold on. I've never really been good at this, like, talking really fast kind of thing. No, I can't do it with such a boring thing like this cutscene. Okay, here we go. Alright, so Mother Brain is waking up right now, and Samus is going to get up in a minute after Mother Brain kills the Metroid, and Samus is going to fire a bunch of Hyper Beam shots at her once she gets up. It's about as far as I can go at this point.
Wow.
I mean, it's just the cutscene. What do you want me to do?
Hey, you wanted to talk about the races again, so.
That's true. Alright, forget it. No more talking about the race.
Mother Brain has also 1800 HP, just like Ridley.
Oh, you
So
know what?
she
We never...
also takes 20 shots from Wave Spacer, Wave Ice on Plasma. At 15 shots, she starts. She
16.
starts. Is it 16?
Yeah, once she gets
After
below 3/4.
after 15
Or
shots,
1/4.
she starts to do the catch
No,
up.
not after 15 shots. After 16.
Well, but with the 16th shot, she starts. What am I saying?
Right, so
Starts.
after the 16th, she starts shooting ketchup.
Okay. See? Good, we
See,
talked about it.
guys, donate to Goop to get him to not have to talk to me anymore. Donate to Jack to get him to provide for the Band Matric Fund.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this, by the way. Alright, we're seeing
What?
Odir going through the escape towards the ship in the landing site.
Hold on a second. ED didn't know something? Look at this. He says he's asking a question. What is this? You can't see, but I'm pointing at my monitor. What is this? Wait, is it actually 15 and I've been lied to my entire life by Chronic? We're gonna hold on for a minute. Go to the D&D page for Mother Brain. Because Toast is saying
She
15 as well.
starts. Starts. That's my inner Sean Connery coming out of there. After 15 shots, she sharts. I'm bad at impressions. I only can
Yeah,
do
I
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I understand that, ED. That makes sense. Um, but for like speedrunners, kind of. I mean, okay, do it this way,
Oh
ED. You
dear.
know that Hyper does
Okay.
1,000, 36 shots.
And Ordeer finished his run officially with a 104.07. Congratulations,
Did
also
we say
really nice
Kanzeon's
run.
official race time?
Yeah, I did say the time. I can do it again. His official time was a 54.32 by Kanzeon, and Odeer with a 104.07. Really nice race, guys. Well, that was two solid runs. I have to say,
Yeah, it was really good.
really good.
I mean, if
Nothing
you
super spectacular, like horrible or like close to dying or anything. It
yeah, I
was
mean, Oh
really
Deer
good.
had a pretty crazy grade. Other than that, though, it was pretty decent.
Yeah,
If you
true.
take out like, hold on a minute, look at the. Oh, did you see the image that Oh Deer has on the stream with the ZB's explosion in front of it? It looked like it had like a weird yellow beak or a purple beak. I mean,
Nope, I didn't see
okay,
it.
I have a small attention span. So if you take out all the boss fights of Oh Deer and kind of like make them average as opposed to like really bad, it would have been a really close match. But he kind of just got screwed over by the bosses, which tends to happen a lot in Super Metroid. Yeah, his lower north exit was also kind of scary. In the room outside the save, he was just getting pounded by the key hunters.
True. But he had over 200 HP going into the musketeer room, so
Yeah, so
even
it wasn't that
taking a
bad.
hit from every key hunter was no problem there.
Couldn't take
Um,
2 hits from all of them though.
we should probably talk about the upcoming races as well, so we don't forget that. So in our any percent tournament, the next races will happen at 7:30 p.m., which is that in 1.5 hours or 1:20? Hold on, let me 2.5 hours. Feasible with the correction, thank you, sir. In 2.5 hours, 7:30 p.m. EDT, there will be my co-host Metric racing against Sarbi
Actually, it's 2
80.
hours 19 minutes, dude.
Sarbi 89. Okay, sorry.
You did that to me when I got in here. You
I'm
were like, "Oh, it's
yeah,
actually
it's
7."
I'm German and I'm not being that correct actually, which is contradictory. But I'm sorry. So 7:30 p.m. EDT. You do the math yourself. Between Metric and Sarbi 89. The commentary will be done by Retrofile TV and Strayvaris. Don't miss that. And after that race, we'll have a four-way again between Daddy Peanut and Schmemmen and Insane Firebird and Cintiq.
And
So
that's
that
also
will,
Retro and Stray,
yep.
which I'm gonna note something real quick. Stray is a really good commentator, so definitely don't miss those races. Throwing that out there.
And you don't want to miss Retrofile TV's voice. Trust me, guys.
I've
That
actually never heard him
soothing
before. I've been in
voice.
his stream like once. I didn't really stay there very long. Not to be mean to Retro, I just play more than watch other people.
True. Are there
I kind of wanted to, like a little bit ago, right as the ending cutscene was starting. I guess I can't do it at this point, but I was gonna explain Ridley and Mother Brain in great detail because I did it for all the other bosses. But I guess it's too late for that, so never mind.
well, you can post the link to our wiki page again, and for
I already
everyone
posted it,
who's
man. I'm not gonna spam it.
come on, spam twice in 1 hour. That's not spamming. That's a lesser rate than the at everyone shouts on Discord.
Shut up. That other one, though, that was an accident. That was an accidental at everyone.
There are no accidents.
I'm gonna ask them if they want to hop in the Discord and chat.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Oh. they both cut their streams.
No.
I messaged in the race channel. I don't think. Okay, Kanzeon's gonna hop in here. I'm not sure if Odir is still in the race channel. Oh, he's in the stream, so he'll. Oh, okay.
There.
What's up, guys?
So, welcome, Kanzeon, oh dear. Congratulations on the deathless race.
Hey guys,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, those were some nice races, some nice runs.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I have to apologize for that run though, because
Why?
I realized like in every room that I was playing way too safe and messed it up because of that. But yeah, that's what
I find
what I
you,
get.
that was a solid run. I mean,
Yeah, I said
besides
this.
the great fight maybe, but
Yeah, I said it during the stream. I mean, it was a pretty good run other than the boss fights, and that was kind of just the game screwing you over. You know, there's not much you can do. I mean, your Ridley was pretty solid, and your Mother Brain, but like Dragon, you had some trouble there. That was just her being a jerk.
Dragon's
Same
the
thing with,
worst
Kraid.
boss in the game.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Kanzeon, Dragon killed your run, didn't she?
Trey,
Base, rather.
I was ahead of PB until Dragon happened. Yeah, Dragon was a nightmare. Just like, I don't know, all my shine sparks are just miserable. I farmed up for supers just to be on the safe side, because otherwise I'd probably just crash into her face and die.
So, are you guys relieved now that you made it through to the finish line without dying?
Oh yeah, thank God for
The
that.
main thing for me, yes, definitely the main thing. My goal for tonight is reached.
Yeah, I'm
My goal for the tournament is reached. Don't die in one race.
no, really good. And on a personal note, I'm very proud of you, oh dear. That was beautiful. I feared you would die to some of the bosses, but you actually pulled it through. And that Ridley fight was really good. That was a really solid fight.
And I
really
pulled
nice
off
hits.
especially many goop sparks just for you.
Oh, yeah, by the way, thank you for that. That's very honoring. Maybe in the future, just keep it to one Goop Spark for the sake of
In
the frames.
future,
But,
I should just change my controller.
maybe that too.
There's a so since Heek's in chat, I got the hover Samus for her in the Metroid.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know,
Yeah,
you
I
like
commented
land
on
on the. Sin loves doing that in her runs.
I have a question for you, oh dear. What were you thinking during your Kraid fight? Like after you messed with the quick kill, what was going through your head?
I wasn't practicing much lately, and whenever I practiced Kraid, I always missed the quick kill. So I wasn't too surprised. But well, I'm not really sure why I waited for missiles all the time and didn't just charge shot him. Like I could have finished the fight way faster than I did, and I made it way harder for me by doing that. So that's basically what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking.
This is something that I actually said during the run, and I'll throw it out here again. And this is a tip for you, oh dear. If you ever miss the quick kill, like one of your supers really misses, or like you shoot and you don't get the stun lock, just stop shooting entirely.
I know those things so well, but well.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you've got the nerves and everything, you're kind of just like, all right, gotta get it, and then you kind of like everything goes by so fast, and you stop, and you're like, what did I just do?
It's funny though to feel the nerves again. That feeling had been gone for a while, but it's nice it's nice in a game that you don't know that well.
I have to say, for my first race, I didn't think that it would be that crazy nerf-wise, but as soon as I hit my button on my SNES pad for the start game, when the countdown reached the go signal, my heart rate went to 240 and the adrenaline rush kicked in. It's
Oh yeah, I was like that too. Like at the start, it was just like
your hand is shaking. It
only started to wear off. It only started to wear off like after I got there. Yeah, I started calming down a little bit.
Yeah,
but, like I was even Kraid. Like I was terrified I was gonna miss the kill because I had 0 missiles and I just instinctively hit item select twice to get to supers. So like
The-
a run in my practice earlier today, I did that exact same thing where I just hit it twice and then just shot a pea shooter in his face and was like, wait, where'd my supers go?
Yeah, a couple people actually said that. They were like, "Yeah, I felt fine, but then as soon as I pressed that start game, I just completely lost it." And I've been thinking, and like after the first couple people said it, I was kind of like, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to be like that. I don't really get like that when I do races." But now that so many people have said it, like I heard it from a lot of people, I'm like starting to get worried that I'm going to get nerves while I'm racing now, especially since I'm doing new route.
Yeah, if you're just doing normal runs like on stream or something, it's whatever because you don't care about screwing up because you can just reset. But like when you're in a race, it's like this like
Yeah.
you can't reset this run. Like you have to just deal with whatever crap that gets thrown at you.
I'm just gonna do my
Like, you
run in
can't just-
advance so that I don't have the nerves, and then I'll just play the VOD on my
You
stream.
can't be like, oh, I'll just do this YOLO strat, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just try another run. But
just
in a race,
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
like
just play the 4210 and
gotta work with the cards you're dealt.
yeah, get fame for forever. I really enjoyed that race. That was
Yeah.
and
was
did
good.
you two were also very close up to crate, so kind of sad
Yeah.
Odir missed it because
Yeah.
we would have seen would have been tighter till Fontoon probably.
But
Nonetheless, really solid run, guys.
yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
I think the runs would have deviated even without crate. I guess
Yeah, but I mean, even though there might be a time difference in your PBs, that doesn't say too much, as you guys might know that, for example, the first upset of the tournament with Back for Justice and Darkfist.
Oh yeah.
So anything can happen.
And yesterday's
As used as that sounds, and as like stupid as that sounds, but anything can really happen. So.
Yeah, like I could have easily died to Ridley and just been completely wrecked.
Yeah, you got really.
Ridley was giving me a hard time. I was telling Odir before the race, I'm like, no matter what my health is, Ridley can just ruin my day if he's in the wrong mood.
Strangely enough, Ridley is one of the easier bosses for me.
I cannot
Especially
deal with that.
especially if I
Stupid
farmed to full health before.
Yeah.
My health was good going in. It was just like, I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, he gave you some bad RNG and stuff. That was kind of mean of him.
Yeah.
I have another question for you, dear. After the Kraid quick kill, or the Kraid fight in general, you were probably feeling like you were way behind Kanzeon at that point, and so
Yeah,
you're probably
I realized
were you
that.
playing differently than you would have, doing more risky stuff to try and catch up, or?
Not really. Look, I don't really have a set strategy at this moment. I just came back to the game for this tournament, and I hadn't really practiced it that much before either. So I finished, maybe I finished like 10 runs of the game before, maybe 15, but not more. And especially the like 22% route, which I will edit a few percents to. I have finished one run so far. This was my second finished run of this route, basically. So that's my state of practice. So I can't really say I would have played this and that because I'm just playing room for room, and that kind of poorly. That's my state of art at the moment.
Yeah.
I hope we're gonna see more how do you say progression in
Yeah,
your running capabilities in Super Metroid
Well,
in the future.
You know it. I need one more record in Super Mario Land 2, and
I
then
know.
will switch to Super
I
Metroid.
know.
Then I will-
I'm really hoping that record is around the corner. So we get to see more Super Metroid Odir streams.
You know
I have to
what?
say-
Oh, go ahead.
No, go. You.
Well, I was gonna completely change the subject, so.
That's okay.
Okay. This is going back to what you said a minute ago about how you've kind of not really been in the game. You came back for the tournament. It's actually really cool. A lot of people are coming back for the tournament. I know Geiper has recently gotten back into SM community. I'm not sure if that was because of the tournament, because I'm not sure if he's in it or not. But he's recently come back.
He's in our
He is?
group.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, Geiper came back for this, and there were quite a few other people that didn't really play, and they were just like, "Oh, a tournament! I'm gonna join it," you know. And so just let's give a shout out to Stray right here for organizing this and bringing a lot of people back to SM.
Yeah. Shout out to Strevaras. Thank you for organizing this tournament. Seriously, this guy
really great
has
effort.
put a lot of effort into it. As you also can see on the spreadsheet that is here. That's a beautiful spreadsheet with all the necessary information. Thanks, Strevaras. Also, guys, in that regard, Strevaras didn't only organize this tournament, he also started and is planning the Oceanfly Marathon, which will happen this weekend, and I'm going to shamelessly advertise that now. You don't want to miss that. By the way, Metric, you're creating an echo.
Oh, my bad.
And oceanflymarathon.com, you can find all the information there. Everything
Dude.
about Super Metroid.
The link's already there. I did exclamation point Oceanfly.
Oh, there's a command for Oceanfly. I'm sorry.
I didn't know.
that.
I was joking at first, and then it popped up. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Thanks to Fiesel, I guess, who created that. Yeah, so we'll have a 24-hour marathon of pure Super Metroid hacks, categories, very good runners. You're gonna see Soci, Sweet Numb, Oats and Goats, all the top tier guys, fighting for fame in this marathon. Don't miss it. It's gonna be awesome.
So yeah, on that note, let's head out of here. We're kind of going over a little bit. I'm not sure if that's a big deal or not, but
Hey,
again,
we're not
nice
making
race,
television
guys.
here, so.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone again.
Thanks, Odir.
Yeah,
Thanks,
see you, Odir.
Kanzeon.
Thank you.
See you, Kanzeon. Nice job to both of you.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Metric, for doing the commentary with me on this. As you
Ditto
are
to
a
you,
lot,
Goop.
as you are a lot wiser when it comes down to Super Metroid tech stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I'm super intelligent.
By the way, guys, if you enjoyed this commentary, Metric and myself will be commentating tomorrow again at 8 p.m. So make sure to check that out as well. Next race, 7:30 p.m. EDT today, with Retrofile TV and Strevars commenting on 6 runners competing in 1v1s. I enjoyed this. This was awesome. Thanks, Metric. And
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
later, guys.
On that note, I'll turn everything over to Fiesel. Not sure if there's another tournament coming up or something, but yeah. See you guys later.
Thanks for watching, guys. That's all we've got for the moment. 7:30 Eastern Time. That's about 2 hours from now. We've got our next Super Metroid race. After that, we're going to have a Blaster Master tournament race, and then we're going to have 2 more Super Metroid tournament races tonight. So it'll be an evening of races starting in about 2 hours. Thanks for watching, guys.
Alright, how about now? You guys hear me? Had the wrong microphone selected. So I was just saying that the next race is going to be at 7:30 p.m. That is 2 hours from now. It's going to be Metric versus Zarby, as they said. After that, we've got a Blaster Master tournament race. That's going to be happening immediately after the Metric Zarby race. And then after that, we've got 2 more Super Metroid races for you. So stick around, and it's going to be an evening of races. Just gotta find something to do for the next 2 hours. If you want, you can stay here and meme in the chat. I'm gonna go eat a hamburger.